And now, a moment of faith from Pastor Charlie.
Hey y'all, Pastor Charlie here. Hope you're having a great week. As you know, for the Moments of Faith, I have a series going on. It's my Patterson School for Wayward Boys series. And as you may remember, for the last 3 weeks, I've been telling you of stories from my summer school time at a place in Patterson, North Carolina, that took in boys like myself who needed correction and direction. Well, this particular week, the memory that I have that I want to share is that we often got to do field trips. Now, up there in North Carolina mountains, there's a lot to do. And we went to Tweetsy Railroad and rode the old steam engine Tweetsy around the mountain. It was great. Part of that trip is designed to be entertaining. And about halfway around the mountain, the train slows down and they've got it to where a band of wild Indians gets on and runs down the cars trying to yell and scare everybody. Well, sure enough, the train slowed down. The Indians came on, and some of our boys felt like those Indians should not have their way with us, so they attacked the Indians. They jumped on them and they beat on the Indians, and now these weren't real Indians, these were college boys dressed up to play the Indians, but nevertheless, some of our older boys took it upon themselves to discipline the Indians and send them on their way. Well, needless to say, we were banished from Tweetsy and couldn't go back that year. And I got to thinking, why did they do that? They knew better, right? Have you ever done something that you just knew was wrong, but just your sinful self took over and said, I'm going to do it anyway? Well, that's what these boys did. You know, we're not the first people to struggle with that. Way back in the book of Romans, when Paul was writing to the people in the Church of Rome, he actually says this in Romans 7. He says, I don't understand what I do. For what I want to do, I do not do. But what I hate, that's what I do. You ever felt like that? You ever been guilty of that? Oh, boy, I know I have. There's sometimes I'll say or do something, I'll look at myself in the mirror and say, boy, you an idiot. Why'd you do that? I didn't want to, but it was my sinful self that took over. I just want to encourage you that if that's the kind of stuff that you do, you're not alone, because that's our nature. But you know, there is someone who can help with that. Jesus understood that too. And if we are always wondering what would Jesus do in a certain situation, if we're always thinking from a kingdom perspective, we're not going to do that stupid stuff as much as we're used to. And so I just want to encourage you, you're not alone. You've got Christ and you've got a fellowship of believers that struggle with the same thing. So let's keep our eyes on Christ and off the Indians on Tweetsy. Until next week, it's Pastor Charlie. God bless. Bye-bye.